According to the dictionary, utopia is any real or imaginary society, place or state considered to be perfect or ideal. That's what he's trying for here. It's helped by the comeback of this man, David Hirst. Good news for Wednesday and England. And for the American who scored at Anfield, now anything's possible when the injury clears. Crystal Palace, no problem.
Nigel Pearson making himself available. Gabbiadini, very, very quick player. Closing, but he manages to find Worthington. Off to Phil King. Carlton Palmer creating space, just cut out by Jeff Thomas. Palmer wins it back though. Low shot along the ground that Nigel Martyn will have seen late. Not particularly powerful, but it was coming through a host of legs. By Gray, back to Southgate. Nigel Worthington, who scored in the last home game against Southampton. Only his 8th goal for the club. He says he gets one a season, so he's well ahead of the average at the moment. King into space for Paul Williams. Eric Young shadowing him. David Hirst in the middle. Hirst now on a run. Worthington into space. Well, Nigel Worthington said goal scoring wasn't a habit. But in successive games, the Irish international really has discovered how sweet a bulging back of the net can be. Back created by Paul Williams, twisting and turning out on the left. David Hirst drew the defenders away. And Williams' inside pass to Worthington, and his shot inch perfect past a diving Nigel Martyn. So he's lining himself up for a shot. Cannons off Paul Williams, only as far as Southgate. His cross looks for Thomas, cut out by Nielsen. Thomas, well saved by Chris Woods, with Bright closing in. And Wednesday very, very unhappy about that, feeling there was a handball. Referee Gunn doesn't agree. Nielsen spots Williams, glances on for Anderson into space. Hirst trying to close down. Palace very, very lucky there. David Hirst stealing around the back. A Sinnott passed to Nigel Martyn. Martyn grabbing the ball at the second attempt. Nielsen to Anderson. Long for Hirst. Easy ball for Thorne though. Warhurst. Pearson. Nigel Pearson really with no option other than to pass it back to Chris Woods. The London side very, very quick to close down their opponents. Thorne's header, not where he wanted it to go. Southgate again. Palmer forward to David Hirst. Shooting position. Oh, magnificent! What a magnificent goal! And on his return to full fitness, David Hirst marks it in the way everyone on the clock wanted him to. Palace failing to spot the danger. Thorne's poor header knocked into space by Southgate, forward by Anderson, and there was David Hirst on the volley to give Nigel Martyn absolutely no chance at all. Wednesday 2, Crystal Palace 1. 39 minutes gone, and Wednesday's lead restored. Warhurst. Instead it's to Nielsen, nobody on Nielsen, looking for a shot. Cannons off Sinnott. Pearson to Warhurst, trying to set up Worthington. Poor clearance though by Osborne. Here's Phil King. Worthington outside him. King goes round Osborne. Across, is it too long? Hirst back. Cleared off the line though by Southgate. Wednesday's corner. Worthington and Wilson. Wilson to Nielsen. Wilson crosses, and there's David Hirst. Palace furious, saying David Hirst was offside. They all stood and watched. And what a marvellous return for the young striker. The England international back into the side after that long and worrying injury. And 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes has turned this game around. Wednesday 3, Palace 1. King to Warhurst, back to King. Inside, nice little ball from Paul Williams. Young on him, tries to turn. Back to King, King with the first time cross. Long looking for Hirst. Down to Palmer! Fine work by Sheffield Wednesday. Powerful cross in from Phil King. The Palace defenders appeared to stand and watch it cross as it went past the back post. David Hirst, fine header directed down. Nigel Martin could only parry it with his hands, and there was Carlton Palmer hurtling in to make it 4-1. Sinners trying to set himself up for a run, but cut out by Carlton Palmer. Young out jumping Williams, but it falls for David Hirst. Nigel Worthington in space to his left. Hirst trying to cut inside, shaping for the shot. Finds Paul Warhurst. Sure, fractionally past the post. Again, tremendous work by David Hirst. Showing what a fine striker this young man is. But unselfishly drawing the defenders and then setting up Paul Warhurst.
The Owls' regular number 9, proving yet again that he's creative as well as lethal. His job done brilliantly. He's taken off to be preserved for future battles. On this form, surely for England as well as Wednesday. The man who replaced him against Palace should know.
A little bit quicker than I anticipated. It's just been over 4 weeks. He was short of match fitness, but it didn't show today. He scored 2 very good goals, and throughout the game was a constant danger to the Crystal Palace defence. I was very pleased with him.
It's always hard to get back into the game. I mean, the first 15-20 minutes you're still like trying to make the runs here, there and everywhere, trying to please the manager, and hopefully I didn't do too bad today.